How familiar are you with our district's AI guidelines? Let's do a quick overview to review them. AI will affect our students' future job experiences. Here are some examples of how. To help prepare our students for their future, we need to begin now preparing them in the use of AI in our classrooms. Consider the digital divide. On the old divide, it was dependent on internet access and devices. But in considering the new divide, it's who is able to use AI effectively. A group of teachers and administrators across grade levels and subject areas in our district were pulled together to figure out what guidance and policies are needed to address immediate risks so that AI does not undermine learning in the coming years. Our district is currently in phase 1 of our AI implementation. When considering a scale, it gives us a visual option that supports the objectives of teachers, and it gives students the visual reminders of our expectations. This scale was created to ensure equity, common understanding, and consistent practices for dealing with plagiarism. In the beginning of the year, essential lessons clearly communicated with the students that all assignments are considered AI-free unless otherwise stated by the teacher. As you begin to explore AI, you may consider small tasks that can support the learning process but not determine a final product by choosing a yellow AI-assisted task. When students begin to use AI, you want to make sure that they understand how to cite these sources. Scan the QR codes to understand the various ways in which students can use citing with their AI sources. As you grow in your comfort level of using yellow AI-assisted tasks, you may get to a comfort level in which you want to consider using AI green assignments where you partner the learning process with AI. You begin to consider how students could use AI not only in specific tasks, but how AI could affect a student's final product. Finally, a blue AI empowered assignment could be a way to have a project in which AI can be used in any way you consider necessary. Make sure you are clearly communicating to your students what your expectations are for each assignment. You also have in our guidelines responsible and prohibited use examples. You can find the district guidelines and be able to read through this information if your students have questions about the various types of AI assignments. Consider these other concerns for you and your students as you use AI in the classroom. Grading and providing feedback is important for your students to understand your process. Make sure you review the students' work before sharing anything about how the use of AI was used by students. AI detectors are not reliable. So many teachers have gone in, and one source will say that it was used AI with the assignment, and then another source may say no, AI was not used. So, as a district, we do not want teachers to use the AI detector resources. Instead, consider starting a non accusatory conversation in which thoughts and considerations are taken to words, sentence structure, and ideas shared within a task or an assessment that you're concerned a student may not truly understand. Do not conflate the behavior in the assessment, but find a calm and considerate way of working through the suspected plagiarism. It becomes very important that students understand what not to share when they are using AI. So have a strong conversation with your students about these bits of information and what they should and should not share with AI. We do have to consider age restrictions and parental consent. Our district is going through a vetting procedure of our tools that we use. Most tools cannot be used with students under 13. So make sure you understand what is acceptable and non acceptable, how your resource complies with COPA or content appropriateness. Make sure you understand basic AI literacy prior to using a tool. To prepare all students for the AI-rich future that awaits them, it is imperative that they all learn about AI and have opportunities to learn with AI in increasingly interactive and complex ways. Thank you so much, teachers, for reviewing the district guidelines with me about AI use in your classrooms.